Yo, what's up, boys? So I got on Reddit, and I saw this post about PvP costs. I usually don't do these discussion things, but I feel like it'd be important for new players, just so I can get like a gist on how you guys feel about PvP. This guy's pretty much just called Small Boy, pretty much just talking about it. There should be like a PvP cost system in PvP, so you can restrict like certain types of units, formations, and pretty much just shouting out like the vast tournament, the guild I am in, about the tournament, about like having like costs for certain type of units. So if they reach a certain threshold, they won't be able to use these units. But I feel like Netmarble wouldn't like make us that type of cost system, just because that'll be pretty much extra work for them. But I really want you guys' opinion. Like, how do you think like PvP is for you guys? Do you feel like there's too much power creep? In the comments down below, just comment like, do you feel like it's harder for new players? Do you think it's easier for new players than free to play? Because I know free to play also has like this trouble as well, because they feel like they have to compete against like maxed out dupes units. Sometimes they even got like gatekeepers in certain PvP rankings. Like, if you don't know what gatekeeper is, it's pretty much like a super high CC player that's probably like just started playing back the game, or just some people who just like being toxic and just staying in lower ranks just to bully people, So I feel like I just want you guys' opinion. Like, do you think PvP is like hard right now? Because I feel like that's pretty much what people hate about PvP right now, is like there's a lot of like exclusive units that are meta. Like, let's be honest, like, what are you talking about? Like the Pierce team, what's the staple on the Pierce team? Omega, a King of Fighters collab unit. You think anybody's gonna have the chance of ever getting that collab unit again? No. So you already can't use the Pierce team pretty much to the full potential. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people already hate Liz. Like, yo, can I get a I hate Liz in the comments, man? Because I'm pretty sure everyone hates Goddess Elizabeth. And the funny thing about it is, like, I remember when Goddess Elizabeth was announced for JP anniversary, and everyone started complaining about how she doesn't seem like an anniversary unit. Liz is trash. Where's the one Eskimo? Where's Meliodas? Like, they was just talking about how bad she is, and then we find out that she's the most broken unit in the game and still lasts till this time. Like, oh my god, she's just so disgusting, especially with that revive passive. I know everyone hates that revive passive. Like, it's super annoying to deal with, but it's hilarious. But yeah, man, so what do you think? Like, do you think that you need like a PvP cost system? Would you think you would like that, or would you like a game mode where you don't have to worry about losing rankings or stuff like that? Like, for PvP right now, the only thing that doesn't need to worry about losing rankings, I think, is like champion, which is after you reach like Challenger 1, which is like the higher tier PvP for all the whales, and you just go to champion and you don't have to worry about losing ranking if you lose a match. And I think that's what a lot of people hate, that they can test teams, they can have like a easier time in PvP without getting like clapped pretty much to all these other exclusive units like festivals and all that good stuff. Now, I always try to say like to people, like, yo, I'm pretty much you just gotta do what you can't do in PvP, because there's always gonna be the next meta unit, pretty much. And that next meta unit is gonna pretty much be power creeped, because I'm pretty sure what global right now have to deal with glue eaters. When the one Esper comes out, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will use the glue eater team a lot less, just because the one Esper has debuff immunity, and because he has debuff immunity, you can't stun him or like petrify and all that good stuff, attack seal, and that means he's gonna clap a lot of these glue eater teams, which is gonna bring down the meta. That's pretty much what happened to JP. Like, people was running glue eater, Goddess Elizabeth. Until then, the one Esper came out. Now no one uses Blue King, Goddess Elizabeth, or Green Gother on the same team again. They just run Green Gother, Goddess Elizabeth, blank, or something like that. But let's look at some comments. Honestly, normal PvP should be without super awakening cosmetic stats, and so that people can use characters which they were quickly able to level up, like a third kind of PvP. It would be fair for everyone. This is what it's gonna be like, something with lower rewards, probably for new beginner players, so they can have a feel about PvP. I don't mind that. You just have a feel of PvP, like learn about passives and all that good stuff, just so you can get a hang of PvP. You want to bridge the gap, but gachas games want to keep the gap. The feeling of losing a lot of times is what makes a lot of people pull for strong meta units. Yeah, this is definitely true. If they make you feel like you should pull for units, they will. So they're gonna make PvP seem as hard as possible. Sadly, meta units are gonna be the most duped out units, most UR geared, maxed out costumes, and you're gonna really feel the weight of it. Like PvP isn't really that balanced. Most of the time, it's usually that one team that literally above all. But PvP will never implement a system which will benefit free to play, but grandcross sometimes have weeks where no super weakness / cosmetic stats are applied. I don't see them going out of the way for free to play to get better rewards. That is true. Like I wouldn't say they like free to players can, some of them that are lucky enough can make it to champion, all that good stuff, but it's a hard battle, man. It's a lot of grinding that you have to do. Like you just have to keep pushing the game, which a lot of people after a while they would just feel like, yo, I can't do this. Like PvP is just too hard for me, and they just end up just quitting the game, unfortunately. The original PvP mode would be still there when I add a new mode, which rewards slightly lesser than existing mode, so the people avoid PvP would be more willing to play it. Yeah, a lot of people don't even really try to play PvP, to be honest. Like they just go up to their final rewards and just go out, like, because they don't want to have to deal with PvP meta units and all that good stuff all the time. Like imagine wanting to willingly like pace against the one Escanor and JP all the time, or Asamo Meliodas. Just imagine that, and having to deal with that 75k CC players all the time. Imagine wanting to deal with that. Dokkan has a cost system. Pretty much talking about cost systems. And this guy has a sad stuff, which is sadly, reality, as hard as PvP will never be perfect. Yeah, he's basically like, he's talking about like, if they do have like a restricted cost system, that there's pretty much always going to be like a certain type of meta unit, meta team, or anything like that. Unfortunately, that is what PvP is sometimes, where meta will always like, there's always some person that will find the meta team, and that meta team will be popularized by someone either from a content creator like promoting that team or unit, or from obviously people just playing against them PvP. Like they see one dominant team every single matchmaking, and then you just go from there, because people, after they see the same team, they're gonna want to build that one same team. That's how PvP usually works out. I see issue with costumes since different meta comp would rise, and all comes down design. Gacha PvP is designed to be unfair. You can play for free or pay to win. I love it. Experimental PvP with all max unit power is unrealistic, since Netmarble wants to force people into building units. Yeah, they want you to build them units up, boys. Want you to use up all the SSR pendants, make all the UR stones. Unfortunately, they don't let you guys like test out like certain type of teams or formations, like max out or anything like that. They want you to max them out yourselves, and hopefully one of you content creators can build that type of team up and just show it for the masses, you know. Realistically speaking, Netmarble is going to implement a new different form of PvP for the simple reason that even they don't know their own game. Have you seen their JP live stream? They're absolutely clueless on what characters to do during showcase of play, as if they barely month one players. The closest thing we have to a different form of PvP is what we already have: occasional geared and normal coming in the future rules. Oh my god, they do this purposely. Like they be having like regular content creators like showcase these units. Like they do it just so they can just showcase. I'm pretty sure, I remember like what it was like one time where it was like Goddess Elizabeth almost beat, I think it was like was it Festival King? Where I think it was like it almost beat the one Escanor, and then they had to allow Goddess Elizabeth, I think it was like Goddess Elizabeth Blue King team to like they had to like basically they just lost the match purposely versus the one Escanor, because the team was like actually beating the one at the same time. But yeah, they sometimes like play a little bit bad sometimes in terms of live stream, just so you can just showcase the team, and you can see like they be having all the surprise, like whoa, crazy. Like they be doing all that antics and all that good stuff in the live stream just to hype up the unit, you know. They do that sometimes. Like they even make rules for certain types of units during like PvP, like, oh, the Festival King is coming out, let's buff up Poison, Bleed, Shock, Poison. Oh, Blue Zelch is coming out, let's buff up crit damage in PvP. And they just do stuff like that, which really helps out in promoting the units. It makes people want to summon them even more, just because they have like 1 week of being pretty much good. After browsing the stuff for so long, I think you guys don't get meta, do you? A team meta can be any team that forms well within a period of time given a character pool. So by limiting, yeah, he's basically just explaining like meta. Like anyway, he's just explaining the meta, to be honest. Like whatever happens where units are limited to whatever, a meta team will also form no matter what. Like let's be honest, meta team will also always form. I'm not against no SA or cosmetics thing, but I don't like the restricting certain units idea. Yeah, I mean they have PvP rules like that before. Basically, JP just recently had on ungeared PvP like no costumes effect. It pretty much for ungeared PvP is always like ult rush anyway, so it didn't really affect anything. Like people just running ult rush or some Meliodas teams pretty much, or like the one Escanor Sariel teams, pretty much same thing. Like sometimes PvP rules doesn't really change the PvP meta. But yeah, that's the bad thing about that too. Like the PvP rules usually don't change the PvP meta. That's what really sucks. The generally opposing to limiting what characters people can use. I like the idea of ignoring cosmetic and super awakening and ungeared. I also like when they boost the stats of SR characters. I think both of these things will go a long way toward more character diversity. I feel like they should just like buff up a lot of these old units, because like what do new players or free to play like have to offer in terms of PvP units, especially when you have like all these festival units that's like on a certain S tier, and then you have these new player SSR, I mean not SSR, but like coin shop units that's like all the way at the bottom, where no one even want to try to play with them because they already know like they're gonna get stomped out in PvP versus these festival units or exclusive units. And it's kind of tough in PvP. Like obviously some do make it out of PvP into champion sometimes, but for the most part a lot of these players like they just struggle. They do like 100+ matches in PvP to get through champion or get their 60 gems. Like they just struggle so much. But man, that's pretty much what I want to talk about, man. I want to know you guys opinion. Like do you think like PvP or free-to-play PvP can get better? I think that's what I really like was like trying to like say is like, can it get better? I kind of like some of the rules that sometimes get applied. I just feel like sometimes the rules never change anything about PvP. Maybe they might do a game mode where you can have like free to players like at least experiment with teams or something like that, or have a chance where they don't have to risk losing rankings, where they can test teams out. I feel like that'd be pretty fun to do, where I can just have some fun in PvP, like versus some of you guys where I don't even have to worry about if I'm gonna lose rankings or anything. What I mean, you have champion, but come on, like not everyone can go to champion after, like not everyone go for champion, of course. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and you know, comment down below, is PvP a lot easier for free to play or new players for you? Have you been struggling in PvP? Are you preparing to summon for some of these meta units for PvP? Like, you know, Global has the one S1 coming out, and I'm pretty sure Goddess Elizabeth and all the other festivals are going to be on that banner. The only one where you didn't have like all of the festivals on it was like Assault Mode Meliodas 1, which only had like commandments for JP, but obviously they might change it for Global. You never know. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is Marilli, and I'm out, guys. Peace.